Now this is the Amphitheatre Flavius, known as the Colosseum. Well, that word is a somewhat new one. Started being built in 71 AD after the Jewish revolt put down by the Emperor Vespasian and his son Titus. The spoils of that war, which were quite incredible, the amount of money, enabled this amphitheatre to be built. It held around 60,000, we're not really quite sure. It's one of many across the entire Roman Empire. It is viewed today by tourists as one of the amazing sights of Rome, which it is, but I can assure you it was brutal. It was organised to the point of perfection. Gladiatorial combats were not new in Rome, they've been around for some time. In this area here was the valley of the centre of Rome, where Nero had his golden house and other such buildings, most of which were moved away after the Great Fire for this to be built, destroyed and reused. You were seated according to your rank, very much a social thing in ancient Rome. At the bottom were the crosses, that's where the emperor would have sat. He had the power of life or death over the combatants, which were called gladiators, in all sorts of forms, with different uniforms, helmets, weaponry. Most were condemned slaves, criminals, prisoners of war, and others. To commemorate the victory of the Dacian Wars in 106 and 107 AD, the Emperor Trajan had 10,000 animals and 11,000 gladiators perform here over a course of over 100 days. So, a centre of Rome really at that stage for its games. You can see those lines down below. That's where the animals were kept. They would come up. The film Gladiator does that quite well. See down below there. Most of it's been stripped out, materials reused, marbles, statues, whatever it may happen to be, taken away. You can see at the top some repairs. There would have been an awning covering the top during really hot days. Rome can be very hot in July and August. Any tourists, please remember that. Make sure you've got plenty of water. And there would have been an awning organised by the sailors from Misenum, the naval base. They would have had the linen and wooden poles roll out and cover the spectators from the sun. There was food available, drinks. There was fountains up to the third floor, all in one. So if you ever come to Rome, it is a phenomenal sight, a desperately sad one in a way, but that's part of human culture at that stage in its social development in Rome. You can see the seats there with the white marbles being recreated to show you how they would have sat. So my little pod by Anthony Matthews is just to give you an insight into one of the most famous sights of this phenomenal city.